Hi, this is Phil Hinton. Welcome along to another episode on AVForums.tv. Today we're at Pioneer's offices to see the new KRP and the new professional monitor series which the company are releasing in the next few months. Jim, we've got the new screens here, the KRP and the monitor, so maybe you can tell us a bit of the KRP first.
Yep, sure. Thanks for coming over to Pioneer today to have a look at the new screens, Phil. Yep, we're just about to introduce the new KRPs. In fact, the 60's due in this month, and the 50 should be just behind it. We'll start shipping those in a little while. And basically, this is our top-of-the-range model. So we've already seen the 5090 and the 6090, the one-body models. Basically exactly the same picture quality and glass as we use in those models on these. These are slimmer, they're now down to 64mm, so you can see on the 50 here on the wall it looks pretty slim. The 60 looks even more impressive on the wall. The main reason we've been able to get the depth down is the fact that we've now got a separate media receiver. So in a way we've gone back to our roots. But the advantage with that is, as I say, one connection between the media receiver and the display. The product's slimmer. It also means that now you can put that media receiver with your equipment. So you haven't got to spend a lot of money on expensive interconnects from source products to your display and all that cabling up the wall, all that cable management. This is ideal for the custom install and the high-end installation because obviously you can put your equipment in a rack with the media receiver. We're using now DisplayPort from the media receiver up to the screen on the wall. Again, the advantage of that is that it's one connection, it's very small, it's quite a neat cable, a neat solution. It'll come with a 3-metre cable and we're going to be doing a 10-metre extension as well. You've got a wealth of inputs on the media receiver, including an HDMI on the front as well as a PC input, so you can look at your laptop or your computer as well. You've got connections there for a camcorder or a game system. You've got HDMIs on the back, all of which are HDMI 1.3, deep colour, including component and SCART connections as well. As well as the display being slimmer, there are a number of other improvements we've made with it compared to the one-body models that do have some impact on the picture. I mean, first of all, we've got this new very neat little sensor, which actually was built into the previous range, the 8G models, and our performance sensor. It's now detachable. You can actually remove it from the screen. It's magnetic. You can put it anywhere around the screen. It's 5 times more accurate than the previous colour sensor that we had, and it actually does a lot more than the previous colour sensor. Not only can it actually look at the ambient lighting conditions in the room and adjust, obviously, the black level and the brightness levels and that according to that the darkness of the room, but it also now can adjust and compensate against the colour temperature of the room. So if you're in a particularly tungsten environment where it's particularly orange, if you like, in colour temperature, you can actually ask it to adjust the screen to compensate so the picture looks like it's in exactly the same lighting conditions as you've got in your room at home. Because of that accuracy, you've got a lot more adjustments on it as well than you've got on the one-body models, and we've actually got a new menu interface on these models as well, which we didn't have on the one-bodies. And indeed, that brand new menu interface, it's very intuitive. It works beautifully in with the new remote control. The layout of the keys around the cursor control are actually duplicated on the menu, so it's very intuitive to use. And the great news is that not only is it obviously partnered extremely well with our new Blu-ray players in terms of its picture ability and what it can do, and our engineers have worked hard on maximising the picture quality from our Blu-ray player to get the most out of it on our screen. You also now got exactly the same graphic user interface on the Blu-ray players, so it's intuitive and seamless to go from one product to the other when you're operating it, which is very cute.
So moving on from the KRP, this is the professional monitor version, so maybe you can tell us a little bit about this.
Again, we'll have two versions of monitor this year. In the past, they've been really commercial animals, typically in a grey bezel and aimed at the commercial market for commercial installations, which actually for Pioneer, you know, we don't make the cheapest product, we make a premium product with the best picture quality. And actually, to be fair, most of those commercial applications, they want the cheapest product in a large volume. But where it's been used for studio use and professional use, of course, they command the best picture. This year, though, it becomes part of the Kuro family, so it is a gloss black bezel. It looks like the normal television products do, but apart from the fact it is purely a monitor. So your connectivity now is much more commercial. You've actually got DVI, you've got component B and Cs on the back. You have got a couple of HDMI connections, but of course you've got no tuner, The menu system, although again new colour scheme, is actually again a little bit more commercial in the way that it operates and works. But where we do see this product doing extremely well is actually custom install, because obviously even the old MXE models did quite well in that market. It's exactly the same picture quality as the other Kuro models in the range. But the advantage with this one, which is quite unique, is the fact, and it is unique, is the fact that you've got it's full IP addressable. So each plasma can have its own individual IP address, and what this means is the panel can be installed in an application or in a customer's home, and actually via a PC, virtually anywhere in the world, the dealer or the installer could access the product. It can even send him error messages if it was in a commercial application that it's been shut down, you know, kids zapping it and turning the tellies off at an airport, for example, or indeed if little Johnny had gone in and mucked about with all the settings in a domestic environment, the retailer or the installer can go in via his computer and he can see on screen all of the inputs. You can see all of the colour settings, the labelling of the inputs. Indeed, if it was ISF calibrated, you can even get and see the ISF day and night settings in each of the input menus as well. All done remotely, as I say, via a PC. As I say, exactly the same black level, exactly the same picture quality. A few £100 cheaper than the one body models that we've introduced already.
So that's it, that's a new product from Pioneer, and we've been given a sneak peek. Don't forget that we have our own event happening at TLC Broadcast with Pioneer, showing off the KRP screens, and that's happening later this month, so check out the homepage for all the details. This is Phil Hinton saying thanks for watching, and we'll catch you again.